Right, the day after the big freeze, and as we can see, we've got beautiful clear blue skies. The sun is out and it's starting to warm up nicely. So we did get between -3 and -4, which, you know, compared to a lot of places, is going to be quite good. So I'm pleased we didn't get too low. Still, you know, you still can take damage at them sort of temperatures, but I think in general we got away with it here, so I'm very pleased about that. The hothouse has obviously got some condensation there. I've not actually got any heating rigged up in there this year, so it's left to its own devices, and I don't think I'll bother. It doesn't really go below 0 even on the cold nights, just due to the double glazing and the insulation value of the polycarbonate roof. So now the sun is hitting that'll warm up to about 10 degrees during the day, and that does hold on to a bit of that heat overnight. So that's yeah, I'm not concerned about heating that this year, even though I did keep it frost free last year. But I did find that the heater very rarely kicked in, only 2 or 3 times over the winter. So unless we get something really drastic forecast, I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, so we can see, I'd say, heavy frost. You can hear it when you walk on the grass. The ground is not solid, it's got a bit of give to it, so it's sort of slightly, the top crust of the soil is going to be frozen, but it's not penetrated. Yeah, so in general everything's looking fine. What have we got? We've got a little bootier in a raised planter there, so I've just put a fleece cloche over that. Everything in this shelter I've made here to cover the Paradebaya trellii, and a lot of pot palms and tender palms. It got to -1.9, so nearly 2 degrees above the outside temperature, and that's just, you know, this is not insulated at all. There's lots of gaps in it. There's literally 10mm gaps here and there, but it's just kept that temperature up a little bit, so hoping everything's gonna be fine in that. So just a reminder, we have got a queen palm in a pot and other tender palms in there, but yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue. So very first thing, we did have frost on the leaves on some of these plants, and already it's sort of melted off. Anything that's in the sun, it's already melted off. The sun is feeling quite warm, considering the actual ambient temperature is only 0.1, so it's just above freezing. But with that sun hitting stuff, that does melt off that frost pretty quick. So yeah, we're about 10 o'clock in the morning now, so as things start to warm up and as the sun hits some of these fleeces, I will just unzip just to let a bit of airflow, because they do heat up when that sun hits. Washingtonia robusta, it's looking pretty good. Some of the older leaves, which are already sort of fading out, obviously they're going to continue to fade out. Chefflower delivii, absolutely fine underneath the leaf of that robusta. We have got a little bit of discoloration, nothing to worry about. As soon as that sun hits it, that'll go back to normal. Obviously not concerned about the Jubea chilensis, that is got a cover over it which is still frosted, but the palm itself is fine. So sort of usual story, a lot of the evergreens with cooler temperatures, sort of -3, -4, you're going to see a lot of them drooping down. So this fat's here, we can see all the leaves really have drooped. That is just a normal reaction. It's obviously not that cold because the rhododendrons, when it gets to a certain point, I don't know, maybe -7, -8, then the leaves will literally just drop down to the stems on them. But that's, again, perfectly normal reaction. They will perk up as soon as it warms up again. Tree fern here looks fine. We've already had a -4, so I don't think that's going to take out any of the leaves on that. Well, the air temperature is actually 1.6 now, and that's with this probe here, which is not in the sun, so that is an accurate air temperature. Yeah, so we can see straight away where the frost is and where it was, where the sun's hitting us, already taken that out. We've got a potted cordyline there. This is a red heart cordyline, so we'll see how tough that one is. I've literally just tied the leaves up, that's all. Did notice the big leaf rhododendron that has dropped its leaves, as in just dropped to the side of the stem, not actually dropped off. Just again, perfectly normal reaction with that. They will soon perk up as soon as the temperatures get up again. So yeah, frosty start, but it's probably a similar region to what we had. Was it late November? We had a -4, so I'm going to say it's -4 last night. That is going to be the coldest we've had so far. I have just whipped off the fleece off this Chamaedorea radicalis, and that is looking absolutely fine. Actually, no discolouring on the leaves whatsoever, so that is obviously unaffected. So everything's looking good in the evergreen corner. Very little discoloration on the Phoenix canariensis. I can see a few little patches on some of the leaflets, but in general looking pretty good. Everywhere that's hitting the sun now is gone back to normal colour. They soon bounce back. Right, so we've got the Bootea odorata under fleece here, which is also underplanted with a sago palm, so that had the fleece bag over it. You can see a little fly out just warming himself. But I've already unzipped this fleece bag because it's already starting to warm up inside this. Like I say, this is why you need a zip bag. Just do, even though we had -4 last night, I have got a temperature probe in here. -1.9 it got, so 2 degrees warmer than outside temperature, and now it is nearly 10 degrees in here, so I'm willing to bet at the top of this it's going to be considerably warmer. So I might have to move that, because it's slouched down a bit and the zip is dropped, so I move that up. That's going to be fully open, so I don't really want it warming up too much in there. I mean, a bounce back temperature is good, but not a drastic bounce back. So again, just proof that a fleece bag will keep your plant a little bit warmer, but also overnight ultimate lows, but also during the day, as soon as the sun hits it, that's going to warm up. So this is why the zip is essential. I am noticing, annoyingly, that the screen is juddering. So I don't know whether that's just because it's cold and the camera don't like it, or what. I don't know. It doesn't normally do that. Yeah, so in general, nothing too concerning, luckily. So let's have a quick look underneath here. So this is the main centre bed with all the small, more unusual palms, and Sable Riverside's looking fine. We've got a little Brahea Super Silver there, that looks absolutely fine. The Brahea Edulis, which is this one over here, that is one palm where we always say a lot of palms you didn't see any damage till the spring, or several months later, sometimes after a freeze. That Brahea Edulis within a week can show damage. I know that because that totally defoliated a couple of years ago. After a freeze we had, that was unprotected, and that did, the leaves browned off within a week and spear pulled and lost all its foliage, but luckily came back again. Right, so just a quick one. The sun is out and warming things up nicely. We're due to get a high of about 4 degrees. So that is it. Very still day. In the sun it feels quite nice. Yeah, let me know if you've had any disasters, or whether you've got away with milder temperatures than was predicted. I think in general the BBC weather app I've got on my phone is pretty accurate where I am. I do cross-reference it with others, but that normally tends to be the one that's closest to what we actually get. Let me know if you've got a decent weather app that you think is really accurate, then that'd be interesting to know. We'll leave it there, and thanks for watching.